Sorry to interrupt.
Hello everybody, my name is Nariko and today we are back into Connecticut. We had a good game again in Connecticut. Well, I was testing around some stuff here. Mainly if Connecticut would work with, you know, a little bit more planes. Because, how can I say it? Wargaming knows the community best. Like, its absolute best. I mean, we did some surveys, we did some, questions, and multiple leading roles lead to the conclusion that World Warships Legends, the community, wants and demands more planes. We need all the planes, we need carriers, we need hybrid DDs. Next on the step, hybrid cruisers. We need hybrid submarines, and we need more hybrid battleships. So the community demands more planes. This is what the surveys and everything showed off. This is why we now have hybrid battleships here.
Please like and subscribe to the channel.
I hope you got the sarcasm. If not, there's the door. No, but I mean, hybrid battleships are now in the game. I hope that you all had a good week on adapting on it, getting the tactics and stuff. Don't brawl too much in, otherwise you lead into a demise. We do not want that for your own health security, because we not can have ice cream all the time, right? And we also don't have a secret service that always is gonna jump in front of us and takes the torpedoes. But yeah, there you see that the carrier was like, oh my god, there's a new ship in the game, it's Connecticut. It will be a shame if I gonna target this new ship, because why not? Meanwhile, right beside my left there is the DD. And it would have helped his team a little bit more if, he would hunted that DD. But there are other things, Here in this game you will see that the Connecticut actually can brawl. But you're also gonna see the biggest weakness that the Connecticut has, and that is the overmatchable bow. Why? Because it's a Florida bow. That's why. You're gonna see how hard it's gonna hurt when you do not position yourself pretty well. And this is why, for example, I do not want to go full-blown around that island and just say my usual line that we always say,
Surprise, motherfucker.
No, that's not the time right now, but we will come to that. Right now you see that there is another Connecticut. He's, I don't know, maybe a little bit shy, so we're just gonna introduce ourselves. There you see that was one of the battles where I still struggled with that whole bullshit of aim assist on my play. I hate that shit. Like, I hate that shit so much. Like, the game actually wants you to tell, bro, you're dumb, let me help you. I hate that. Like, I don't need that shit on PC. I don't need that shit on console. Like, just because I have a controller in the hand doesn't mean that I had an aneurysm and I can't play the game. Like, Jesus. And if people enjoy that thing, comment below if you do. I'm not one of them. But if people enjoy that, all power to you. I just wish for an option in the settings where I can turn off aim assist. Like, at some point it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I can understand aim assist and those people that zoom in like 500 million times. Where are you, Aaron? You're one of those cases, my friend. I can understand those people that always want to land the perfect shot with every shot, but doesn't realize that RNG fucks you over. And that's not the case that you're gonna have the perfect job. But anyway, I just wish for myself that you could turn that off, because I'm so used to having no aim assists that I don't need aim assist here, even if I play on controller. This game is not Call of Duty. I don't need aim assist. I just make boom boom with a little bit of guns on my ship here. It's not that difficult. Here now you see Mr. Sinister Squiddy. He's going full mayhem in his Scharnhorst, and I'm already telling him, bro, maybe you're a little bit too overconfident. And he's like, no, my friend, I gotcha. I can do this. I'm like, okay. I try to help him as best as I can with this Connecticut. This Connecticut just needs to go as soon as possible, because this California is not really a big threat right now. The Connecticut is a way more threat and a way easier and juicier target for us than this California that just, you know, thinks he's such a big guy in his fat ass ship. The Connecticut doesn't realize that he's full-blown broadside, and that maybe other battleships are shooting AP instead of HE, you know, unlike him. We're just pounding him a little bit, you know. Sadly, this salvo, as I mentioned earlier, is one of those classic I fuck you over salvos. First, he gets saved by RNG, and second, he gets saved by the terrible mechanic that when you pull the double trigger, it sometimes just pulls a single gun. I hate that shit. It's in the game for 4 years and it's still going strong. Maybe we'll get the 5 years. Tune in 2025. But yeah, Connecticut is still not going. As you can see, Mr. Squiddy is going full mayhem with his health. Sadly, I'm not really a big help here, as again I get free overpants. Potentially I just hit his superstructure there that you can see. You know, that little conning tower, I call it, whatever. A wannabe superstructure. Let's call it a wannabe superstructure. There we go against another shoot of the Connecticut, and he is gone. Like that, we basically saved Mr. Squiddy for now. But sadly, there is a Scourge behind us. I hoped for the DD to actually shoot his guns. We also have a DD here, the Monahan, and the California still going strong. We have a little bit of help here from, you know, secondaries. Basically my secondaries. You can see how good the secondaries are. While we try to dodge the torpedoes. That didn't work because our because our ship is fat. So we did good damage though to the California, even though we can't goddamn citadel that fat ass, because that ship is just fat. You're gonna see a pattern. I call it fat because it is scientifically fat. If you look what fat and thick is, you see fat is when something is, you know, the biggest point in the middle of something. That is California. Thick is when your biggest point is your thighs. Thighs. Hips. There. Not your belly. Hips. That is thick. This thing is fat. Just want to point it out. We got the DD though, that is really good. Always when you can, get the DD as soon as possible, because the DD is always, and in 99.9%, always the biggest threat. He has the best concealment in the game, he has the highest damage that he can do in the game with the torpedoes. And there you go and see Mr. Squiddy. He was going rampage, by the way, because it was absolute garbage that the California still got a shot off. Well, he did. Now we kill the California through his nice, juicy aft. Love that. Now comes the point in the game where we play Sailing Simulator. Sadly. So in this case, we can talk about one thing and one thing only. Personally, I think those hybrid battleships are an absolute atrocious. I don't really see the point. You know, for the player, it's a really cool. You know, I enjoy playing those things. That doesn't mean that I don't see the weakness in that, and that is the receiving end. And the receiving end has an absolute shit of a, you know, game experience. It's kind of like the same when subs, okay? The player has a fucking awesome, you know, time. Why? Because he bullies everything. But the guy that is receiving it, he doesn't have the greatest time. So I don't understand why they're in the game, but the biggest understanding is from a financial standpoint, and I understand that. But from a gaming standpoint, I do not understand a single point why they are in the game. The game was rock paper scissors based, and now we have rock paper scissors, Spock, and lizards and whatever. It's complicated. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about those hybrid battleships, and have nice people around you. Have a nice day. Live long and prosper. Nariko out. See ya, guys.